Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a Massacre Monday. We're covering a Skellige deck. I saw Fuchsia Brief's video on Sienna repeating Wild Boar, and I had had the same idea for a while. So we're going to test that out, but also have worked in Hemdall here for double coverage. Regis Higher Vampire has become like one of my favorite cards lately. Super great value against like non-devotion Scoia'tael. Dagger 2 Blades also really nice here for just like tons of point potential. Then Sigurdriff was right to bring back either Hemdall or Dagger just for crazy great points in a later round. Running Stunning Blows just because they're great value. I love Trophy Catches, and we've worked in Squirrel just because of how the deck works. Actually, I'm going to swap one of these for a Ravager. Sorry, 1 second. Just more damage, more points. Alright, anyway, we're filming this on Twitch, so many thanks to everyone for joining, and I am doing great, Crispy Dolphin. Thank you for joining. We've been pushing up ladder. I have like a big win streak, and whenever I get a big win streak, I need to ruin it by doing some crazy new deck. Skellige has a lot of forgiveness, I feel like, so we're gonna rock that. I like Rage of the Sea here because it got a buff. I don't care what anybody says. The damage procs are more valuable than the extra 2-point Siren that does literally nothing else for me unless I'm running a Beast deck with Heimei, Flaminica, or Corrupted Flaminica. So, we are where we are. So I think the On-Crate Longship is great to get some development going on. We do need to worry about certain things being erased from existence. And we need to draw into Sienna. Stunning Blow only 5 points of damage against a Hamadryad, so we're going to save that for later. And we don't really have any resurrection stuff going on, so other than Sigurdriff is right, we're not running Harald on crate here, so we gotta be careful with that. And then when we're probably saving Wild Boar of the Sea for final round. If we can get out Regis, we might use him this round, but he is kind of a soft, punchy bunny. You gotta be careful when playing him. But I'm guessing that as with every time we play this deck, they draw into Dunka as they could ever dream of and go ahead and boost her up. No, they don't. Now, we do run Trophy Catch in this deck, so if I had Trophy Catch, we could go ahead and use that Yoink Popko down to the other row and get working on him. That not being the case, we're just going to go ahead here and start with some light reading, as an Aretuza Adept might say. I think Drone Berserker is a great choice here. He's going to proc the damage as soon as he gets hit. He's going to convert over into a 6-point beast, so good value from him. This perpetual damage is basically going to cause me to go 3 and out here, most likely. So we'll spend Heimei Protector and either Longship or Greatsword. If he stacks range throw, we'll go ahead and use Greatsword. Opponent thinking long and hard about their next choice. Nature's Rebuke is a possibility. Just to remove our card. Oh, Nero, wow. Yeah, this tempo just really further encourages me to go 3 and out here. I recommend against tempoing up, especially like using a Nero pull. No real reason to do that. Morana the Runestone is a bit of an interesting inclusion. This deck almost certainly includes some nasty business like Heat Wave. So we do need to play around that a little bit. But non-devotion, Scoia'tael is a very popular deck of choice. Just crazy good value. Insane amount of removal, especially with Forest Protector. So we do need to be a little cautious about a heat wave. I think we're gonna try to bait it out with a great sword. Then we can safely play down dagger. And we do run Peller in this deck too. This deck has a lot of kind of fun, weird stuff because, you know, that's fun to do. Love being fun and weird. Yeah, I think we'll go for just 2 great swords, Herkia, Uncrate Raider. I would have liked like one of these cards. Squirrel's now kind of useless. But I don't want to give up on my ability to trigger my damage when and where I want it, right? But basically here we've opted for Regis Higher Vampire. It's kind of like basically Markvarg Heart of Terror plus the old school great swords. So Dagger still does get that 1 point boost every time they take damage. So if you wanted, you could sub back in Markvarg Heart of Terror. I don't know. For me, I'm just kind of like bored with the current meta and want to do something a little bit different. These guys are almost certainly going to get removed straight away. So would Herkia, and I value Herkia more than I value them, so. We've seen one Nature's Rebuke. They're gonna have a second Nature's Rebuke. They'll also have like a Becker's Rock Slide. They'll also have a Heat Wave. Then they'll have a Forest Protector to bring out this Nature's Rebuke once again because, you know, there's not enough removal in the game right now. Oh my gosh. Get wrecked, nerds. So here, I actually like this setup this season. Go ahead and proc the rain. Now we're going to get damage onto each of these for the next 2 turns. So we go ahead and get Greatsword bulked up to 6. Now we can play the other Greatsword. He'll get bulked up to 6. I'm guessing either this one or the next one's going to get either Heat Waved or Becker's Rock Slided. Yes, those are correct verbs that you can use. I don't know. We'll play to different rows just because that's the way things are. Now these are actually really helpful. You can play these like right next to Haymade Protector. But now we've gone up against our opponent. Obviously Rock Slide's going to be annoying here to lose 1. Yeah, but anticipated. Force Protector is going to sting.
God save us. He's a madman.
He's a madman. The passive damage procs can get him to 7. She's going to go up to 16. So we won't have quite enough points. Squirrel for the Greatsword, I'm guessing. I think we can anticipate a nasty business down onto this Greatsword. Alright, we're going to plan to use him anyway. This way the damage procs make it so we pass our opponent here. Heat Wave coming down onto Dagger. Oh no, Force Protector. Alright. That works for us. The last removal I was worried about for Regis is now out. We do have to make choices on some of these other things. Like, unfortunately, Hemdall here. Thank you for joining Rapidly Graying. Yeah, so I film my YouTubes on Twitch, so that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, Heatwave's annoying, but really not the worst of my days now. So I need to count this up. Go, Hemdall is going to get us 10 points. Opponent goes 25, and we go to 26, and then they lose a point. So this works pretty well for us.
The time has come.
Just see how long and how deep they want to go here. And Hercules passive damage coming in clutch for us. Heat Wave is gone. Guessing this is going to grab another Shaping Nature. Sorry, I should have thought Shaping Nature, obviously. Now, I do think we need maximum damage from Wild Boar. We'll save Leader Charge, then we can use Wild Boar to finish this out.
Watching blazes, do you know about duchesses?
So here you get to trigger Wild Boar's ability twice. It really helps for decks that aren't. Skellige. Skellige obviously has all those like one base power, single base power treants, and so it doesn't really work all that great. But basically what you can do is you can get units that aren't damaged yet set up for damage the second time it reprocs. So lots of fun stuff you can do there. Squirrel just really not helpful for us here. Trophy Catch also really not all that helpful for us. Drone Berserker is much better. Hamadryad is going to be a little problematic. But here we basically just want Covenant of Steel set up. There's nothing they can do to remove it at this point. They spent all their removal. The boost is a little annoying, but not the end of the day. We're just going to get Sigdriffas right here, so we get maximum value out of this dagger. Then Drone Berserker, since he procs twice. We'll try to set up the Rage of the Sea. That way we can get damaged units for the Bloodthirst, just so we get one extra proc damage. But they've kindly set these up for us nicely here, so just set up Berserker, and then we can proc this. So now he's going to take 2 damage. Thankfully, Drone Berserker did hit that Dunka, so that works out great for us. So they're going to take an extra 2 damage here. That's a poor play from the opponent. There's no synergy with that, so they really needed that damage. No bleeding's happening anyway. We get that extra proc. They take the 2 damage, so dagger goes up by quite a bit. But here they should not have played the Vitality. They only have one. They only had 2 triggers of Vitality, so only played for 7 total points. I'm guessing it's Gord. Oh no, Ida. Poor play, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I anticipated Gord there. Gord might have actually been enough to carry them over. So I'll take the win. I'm not going to complain. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't been on Twitch, join us on Twitch. We have fun, but I'm on like an 11-game winning streak right now. things are pretty great. Oh man, I kind of don't want to play it again. But for all of you playing Northern Realms, Carrick Marines I find to be mediocre in the current meta. Just not really all that useful. So give up on Devotion. Varaxis you're not playing till like your second to final card anyway, most of the time, right? I rarely played Varaxis for the boost on Soldier unless I know I can have him protected behind Donamir, which means I'm not playing against Scoia'tael non-Devotion, which means I'm probably not playing against the meta. So, if you want like a really meta deck, you might be including something like Bloody Baron. I'm telling you, give up on devotion. Play Regis Higher Vampire, man. I mean, he does have to be played to melee row, so that's a little annoying, but
Got the heart of an ungrate.
you can do some nuts stuff with Regis Higher Vampire. Obviously, you know, we had him fall flat there. All right, we're going to be looking for Blood Eagle, Greatsword. Squirrel finds great value against Skellige. Peller's probably not all that helpful. And I don't really like on Crate Raiders round 1 just because I don't know what else to tell you. We'll keep Trophy Catch just in case they drop down a long ship. I find it a good way to just kind of remove that. Stunning Blow is probably actually a little bit better though. So let's take, ooh, double Stunning Blow. Nice. All right, and then here we can go ahead, drop down our long ship, boost it up. Oh, get some good protection there. Now, Skellige has not been played non-devotion for a while, so I just really wanted to... Warriors deck, at least, right? We can't all be geniuses. Somebody just used the emote. Yeah, I did get my emotes approved on Twitch, so so come join us there. Use those emotes. Redeem your channel points. I'll be giving them a fancy name soon, but... This works great for me. If you want to go ahead and do that, I'm not about to stop you. Now here's what I like to do. I love to drop down these Haymate Protectors next to Drum and Berserkers, and then throw down Great Swords next to them. That way, if the opponent attacks my Great Swords, they get removed. Otherwise, I'm happy to trade value just like that. And here we're just trying to kind of set up a double Bloodthirst. That way we can get on-crate Greatsword down. We do have Giga, which is really nice here.
Very corpses? Nay, feed our foes in the crowds while they still live.
Kill, maim, destroy!
We did get our Bloodthirst there, so just taking the guaranteed kill at the end of this turn. Forcing the opponent to do damage to 3 units they probably don't want to do damage to. Probably, I mean, it could have been better potentially to set up the bleed so that Greatsword would absolutely, certainly get the value, but forcing them to make 4 plays is even better. Now, we haven't gotten out Dagger yet, so Sigurdrifa's Right is really just not all that useful. Otherwise, and I do want to try to get out Blood Eagle and then utterly destroy it from off the face of the earth. Never think of it ever again. Peller could take off something like a Turgvi, which is good against Great Swords. Probably not all that worth it, though. This seems like a lot of removal, which could be kind of fun, I guess. Let's go for something different here, though. Oh, Herc is great. All right, we'll go down with just a Great Sword to start off. Wouldn't surprise me to see something like another one of these Gutting Slashes coming down. Or Skjordal. Skjordal works. But now we can play out Herkia.
We'll fight to the last bloody drop in our veins.
God save us. He's a madman.
He's a madman. Madman. Siana's also quite good with Hemdall. Only sucks when you like have Hemdall against a bunch of 1-point units and he kills them all. Then it's not as great to repeat the deploy. But it's kind of a cool, it's a cool twist you can use. I'm happy to kind of let these go. Now if I wanted to, I could go ahead and trigger this Rage of the Sea onto these. It's going to damage them, make them flip automatically. The opponent could flip them on their own, so we're just going to save Rage of the Sea. Did miss Dagger here, and we don't run Blood Eagle for consistency, so, you know. You win some, you lose some. Can't have it all in a deck. And I would rather have Hemdall than Blood Eagle. Personally, consistency is nice, but if you have a really good deck that can do a lot of different things with a couple of really clutch, unexpected win condition plays, you can do a lot of fun things, right? So, I mean, we are probably going to miss like either Wild Boar, Regis, or Dagger, right? And Sigdriff is right. Sigurdriff is right. It's really not going to be that useful. Covenant of Steel would be nice. Probably going to miss that too. But this plays well for us. Opponent opting for Greatsword here. It's going to be in the graveyard no matter what to the end of the turn, so we're just going to get rid of him. I do think the opponent's trying to set up the kill here on Herkia. So we're just going to trigger these. Works for us. Now we can play Squirrel and just take out that Blood Eagle. Or the Greatsword. Now in order to convert this Fanatic, they have to go ahead and use that Totem. This is kind of really poor play in my opinion, because Greatsword is the one that's going to get it back almost no matter what. I mean, and every time he's going to take a damage, but every time the opponent wants to make a play, he also needs to take damage, right? So, bit of a weird choice there. We're going to go Squirrel here. I think the consistency is probably better than the Greatsword. I do like these Moonlight Longships. They do give you like kind of specific damage when and where you need it. I think we'll probably spend our removal and get out of this round. I anticipate this is going to come against Squirrel. Well played. Opponent does opt for the damage, which just doesn't make sense. They should attack Herkia if nothing else, so maybe he needs the Bloodthirst. Means less value for Hemdall. I might go Siana here, actually.
I shall never forgive you, Anarietta. Never.
Then we can play Hemdall twice. He'll find great value here. Opponent might have something that removes her, but he's gonna have something that removes her next round or this round. There's not a whole lot I can do. I'm likely going to have to go a card down here in order to get all of the plays I want out of my opponent. But if he removes Siana, we'll just play out all the rest of the cards, most likely. Anticipating another one of these Ravagers. Or Hemdall. Ooh, that's risky. They get both hit. Yeah. Ooh, that works.
Cutting job you did there.
I don't think that there's really a great way for us to hang in this game, but our opponent here is playing stuff they don't want to play, so we're gonna save Giga Scorpion Decoction. Just continue playing. Blood Eagle's gone, so if they don't have Harald, there's a chance they still don't have Harald.
Your
If they
skull
do
is
have Harald,
tankard.
well, then they probably have Harald. I don't know. Okay, so this is like crazy good points with Dagger, if we can draw into Dagger. Otherwise, it's kind of just mediocre value with Greatsword. Here, I think I'm just going to go for Hemdall for range throw. This works well for me. I'm happy with the banish. Does mean both of my great swords are in the garbage. But I'm actually pretty content with this round. Not all games can go your way, obviously. I'm playing on blue coin against the red again. It's in a mirror match with Skellige. It's just always difficult. But here, I think we were able to bleed a lot of stuff out of the opponent. Harald is obviously going to be a little problematic, but if he's just grabbing an invader, I think we're going to be okay. The raiders could be a little bit problematic, though. All right, I love what I have here. I don't want to draw into Regis Hired Vampire with this deck. Covenant would be nice, but there's a bunch of other stuff here I really don't want, so... I think we're good. I think we're good here. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. We want the opponent to play out 2 units the same row. I anticipate a Harald's gonna come down pretty soon. Yeah. No, this deck is just some fun. We need some spice. I'm on like an 11-game win streak, so we're due for a loss. But I'm not counting us down and out of this game yet. Our opponent will get final say. So like a Morgfarg Heart of Terror against Dagger is gonna sting. I don't have no idea what this is coming for. He's just a brick. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll set up on-crate raiders here. Probably want to put them to range since we're gonna put Dagger on melee, but we are where we are. We could miss a damage with the Drummond Berserker, but I think we might actually go for him before Dagger.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses. If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
That is a missed ping, but I really don't want them getting erased without me having something to say about it. This is decent play, but it's still a little slow. Please do it. Please do it. All right. We lose a little bit of value here if we proc the other one, since it would take 1 more damage at the end of the last turn. The question is if I'm satisfied with that damage value, or if we need to go to 6. We've seen 2 gutting slashes, and I haven't seen any stunning blows, so I think we're going to be okay. If not, we're totally hosed anyway. And that's okay. I do need the opponent to play down something of value at some point. Like I said, a late Harald wouldn't surprise me at all. I think we go Harald into like a Ravager maybe, and he'll pray for the perk, and then Rage of the Sea to finish him off. So we should have thought about that as an option. This is being a really poor choice. I would have taken a much different tactic. All right, works great for us. You get my music for free. I think we got this, unless it's yep. I'm just on a ripping rampage lately. Wrecking nerds. He needed more Heart of Terror to pull himself out of that. Dagger's clutch, friends. Include Dagger in your deck. Also, make sure to kill him off. Yeah, had he used the Ravager, he could have done 2 damage, then used leader ability to proc the rain. It would have killed off Dagger. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining on YouTube. For those of you on Twitch, please hang around. We're going to do some other stuff. But until next time, get out there, keep on Gwenting.